Live from New York, we're back in the Mooch's residence for BGST, one of the best, if not the best, podcast on the internet.
What are you talking about?
That's right. Well, I like to be a little, I like to, be modest a little bit. Let the audience make the decision with those like buttons.
Hey, fuck being modest, dude. These guys know we're the best. Come on, man.
Man, listen, we got so much stuff going on tonight. We are the best. Let's just call a spade a spade. But, Z, I wanted you to tackle something right away. There's been a lot of talk going back and forth on the internet. Twitter is on fire with this. Can you help me relieve and put this one thing to bed once and for all?
I mean, okay, unless you've been living under a rock or been on, unless you switch from going from YouTube.
If you're a fucking moron.
Or unless you went to daily stream, or Ustream, unless you left YouTube and went to Ustream. I've been talking about the whole Showstopper thing, and why it no longer is a part of the show. And for those of you who didn't watch the 3-part series, some of you guys went straight to part 3, and I encourage you to watch 1 through 3 so you get the full understanding. And it was something, like I said, I just still didn't trash him. Like I said, if you once consider someone your friend, you can't stop loving a person overnight or whatever the case may be. But there was, how should I say, I didn't have proof then, It's something that I kind of spoke to Crap behind the scenes months ago, and he said he didn't believe so, but come to find out that Showstopper was really fucking with Hard 8, BG, Bond, them all along, They sent them to our channel, whatever the case may be. And, when it came up about Crap, recording, gameplay, and all that shit, Showstopper the one that told them, when it came down to, but even when I first got my quote-unquote $12,000 PC, and I was, talking to Showstopper about it, he ran and told, those guys over there at, the Weapons Will podcast, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
I was wondering how they found that shit out so quick.
Circle Jerk, want to be Oprah podcast.
Yeah, because I never once did a video talking about it. I was just talking to you guys about it behind the scenes. I never said anything about me, owning it. Because like I say, I come from very humble beginnings. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I wasn't bragging about it. I was just talking to you guys about it. I was like, damn, I think I have buyer's remorse. And I'm wondering how the fuck it got out there. What I mean? And it was just so much shit, little things that we would talk about behind the scenes that just kept going public. And I'm like, we got a fucking leak around here some fucking way. So, lo and behold, I don't know why these weirdos, I know why they do it. Sometimes, when I first used to rock with them, I was just say, be careful what you say in these Skype calls. They would record the Skype calls. They get certain people arguing. And, it's called Skype wars. And they would, upload the fight to their channel, the drama. Everyone loves the drama. For reviews. So I'm not going to say any names. So I actually got to hear a Skype conversation with Showstopper, in it with Hard 8, BG, Bond. Kicking our fucking backs in. Even before, we put him out the podcast. He was fucking, laughing about me losing my home and, good for me. I think I'm better than everybody fucking else. And he wouldn't put it past if I was a child molester, what black man has freckles on his face. Whole bunch of weird shit. I'm like, this when you think you know somebody, man. And I can say I never once brought that up on air, because I didn't have any proof. You can accuse people of things like that. I just wouldn't, how you say, my enemies, if you're my friend, my enemy is supposed to be your enemies. I don't need anyone to fight my battles, but it's just kind of weird. It's not about video games. Those guys, completely crossed the line. And he was the one that told them that Crap Gamer was a racist. He said that Crap stayed dropping the N-bomb behind the scenes, and it was a whole bunch of shit talking about, Crap's grandfather was a part of the KKK in Louisiana, and all types of weird shit, man. That guy Showstoppers, like I said, it is what it is. He's bad, and he's no longer a part of us whatsoever. He just took the shit, you think you have a friend. And, motherfuckers are, you never know, man. people are out for self. But now we know where this shit was coming from, and fuck him. He's no longer part of it.
We had to excommunicate somebody from the fucking Xbox community
Yeah.
because he wasn't really part of the community. If you're going to be part of the community, you can't be around backstabbing everybody else. Look, when was the last time we ever talked shit about really anybody? I mean, we don't talk shit about those weirdos, Arsenal or Anchorman, even though they're fucking weirdos. We don't talk shit about that kid Smooth, even though he's a fucking weirdo, fucking dick sucker for BG or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about any of those. We could talk about all these people all the time, but they're so fucking beneath us. It's not even funny. And now we got rid of the one fucking causing all the problems behind the scene, that motherfucking Showstopper. And BGST is gonna be just fine. We got 3 white guys and a black guy, and that's
man.
Oh, man.
It is what it is, man.
It's like people are gonna act like it's like me or something, like I'm trying to like take over, trying to get it all white podcast or something because I'm a racist, but that ain't the truth. If you're like, it just so happens that Showstopper fucked up and he's a bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
He could have been Spanish. He could have been a goddamn donkey rider. It didn't make a difference. But, it could have been a Dune Coon, Juan Valdez. He didn't give a fuck who he was. But, what he did, come on, crap. What you told us about your family heritage, about you and your grandfather and being, your great-grandfather, being, racist and stuff, may have owned slaves. But, you treated me nothing but like a brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people that I came and when now people didn't even notice when I had the fire, crap offered, me and my wife and my kid to come down and stay in Florida with him, at, one of his family's homes, and, they treated us like family, so but for him to take that and to even, make these little troll Twitter accounts and, talking about crap's races and, he's been nothing but a friend to me. And I don't understand it, man.
I didn't know till just a few days ago how bad it really was, man. But I tell you, I was wondering how all that information kept getting out right before or right after a show. I said, "There's no way that could possibly be happening."
Yeah.
And when we had that little sidebar chat, it just put shit into perspective for me personally. Yeah. I mean, I was listen. My game was on. I was drinking. If you guys. I'm going to hold a drink right now, pour a little bit on the floor for my fallen brother. This is the Showstopper. There's a fallen brother right here. I'm going to pour this on the ground right now. I miss that boy.
Yeah.
But only he was back.
Like I said, it is what it is, man. Fuck it, man. But
it is what it is, man.
Gotta keep pushing. The Xbox One, October NPD.
All right.
Congratulations. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
They did do it. They did it finally. It only took, but these are the months that count, right? October, November, December. That's what counts.
Oh yeah.
But not even so much that they. Oh, the fuck is that?
Oh wait, who's this? Who's this? Oh shit! Who the hell is back?
Back, baby. I've been excommunicated. I've been a fraud. I've been a snitch.
Oh man, let me wipe that shit off the floor real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, man, we're breaking apart.
We're breaking apart. Doom and gloom. When you get kicked out of the mafia.
You know what's crazy though? They fall.
I don't like getting kicked out of nothing.
Listen, they fall for this shit every time. Let's know right now that really, and it's sad to say that these people live on so fucking much. Because it wasn't, my man got a job. I mean, some people, sometimes Showstopper works on Sundays. But, people like, watch Showstopper not a part of the show because, what the fuck is wrong with you people? No.
You know what gassed it up a lot was that I wasn't showing up on the show for the past couple of weeks, so that kind of gassed it up. So people seen me on their other podcasts, and they imaginations ran wild. So it is what it is.
Hey, that's why we let them sit there and talk. You know what I mean? You got the show's not gonna be the same. You give a fuck about our show. Sit there and piss it.
But you know what I liked about this whole thing? Our fans wasn't on that trash. They were sitting here like, we went through all that trash, and they was like, you know what? I hear you. Patch that up.
When's the show? When's the show this Sunday? But
Showstopper better be on this week.
Hey, but you had all these opportunists that don't give a fuck about our show, but the show's gonna be still without Showstopper. Like, when have you ever retweeted or thumbs up our show? Get the fuck out of here. Worry about your own self. Like, motherfucker, this is crazy.
No, BGST's getting stale and old, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once again, like I said, we approve you wrong every time. Keep worrying about us. Keep worrying about us. We're gonna laugh at you weirdos every fucking time. Every time. I said, I win, you lose.
I win.
Hey, dude, how many people do you think were like flipping out like that time you guys were said that I was kicked out or whatever, I quit?
Yeah.
And people were messaging me. They were like, dude, we support you, man, 100%.
Yo, man.
I'm like, we work better than anybody, man. That's
we got like our own fraternity in this. This is a family right here. So when we miss or we gotta miss or something like that, we give each other shit. You know, that's the way it is. That's family. You know, it's like brothers, man. That's what it is.
For life, bro.
That's it. For real.
But I just said, but you see all the haters. What's the other show? We Game here supposed to did a show taking shots at us and. Why are you guys so much worried about what we do?
Dude,
Tim Dog, get muted.
Hey, one.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Tim Dog's being quiet because he's too busy. He's kind of stuck up now that he played Halo 5 with
Yeah.
Legendary.
No.
Yeah, dude,
I'm listening. I'm listening to the whole.
What did you do? Wait, what do you play Legendary with Halo with who?
He played Halo 5 with Phil Spencer, dude. Beat the
game. Man.
Last night.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I invited Phil Spencer to my game and he didn't even go. Man, I was like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a retweet. I'm trying to get.
Hey, you finally got a retweet.
I did get one from
Aaron.
Major Nelson and Aaron in one day, and AC Bongos. I just took the day off from work, went home and drank.
So, shout out to my boy Southbound too. Southbound.
Yeah, shout out to South.
Shout out to Southbound. Yeah, but
my boy Southbound and down.
Yeah, but you know, it's been that we really fucked this whole gaming community for the last 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks. Man, I didn't think we had that much power. I mean, you know, like.
Oh, dude, hey, if it wasn't for us, I mean, just look at this, right? I think I might be the topic of a couple of fucking stalkers videos right now, like those Oprah wannabes that do nothing but beef videos about other men all the goddamn time. Here I am just doing my video. I do daily videos, and I managed to not do a single one about any other person or YouTube personality. And these dudes do nothing but talk about other men. We get it. You're fags. Get over it. You know, who cares? You guys are obsessed with me. You're obsessed with Mooch, but I gotta say this: each time you do a video, I get a bunch of subscribers, but you're never gonna get any back.
Yeah,
I don't do those videos back.
You see, he just did a video about me. Prove me wrong. What I mean, prove you wrong. You proved me wrong that I didn't have your life salary on my goddamn desk. He's still talking about my PC for a year and a half now.
That was crazy.
Yo, a year and a fucking half. He's still talking about something, my worldly possessions.
You know what the simple thing was? Just show the cards that he's supposed to have showed. You know, he didn't want to lose no money. That's all that was.
You know what's crazy?
That's what it came down to. It's over with now, but
I don't even give a fuck. For those who that don't know, the initial bet was, if it meant that much to him, because I don't care, I told him bet me $150 and Xbox Live cards. And I told him if I didn't show my PC, that I would give him $300 and shut my channel down. It went from that to him not buying the cards to 1,000 videos talking about collapse and some other shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't be cyberbullied. That shit doesn't bother me. Like, you think I care what someone says about me that I don't know over the internet? And if you don't know anything about me, keep assuming that you know me. You don't know me. Your life, your whatever, you know what I mean? Your lifestyle, you can't compare your lifestyle to mine. You know what I mean? Because you can't afford it. You had them two old-ass 560 Ti's for like 9 years. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I just think that's strange. Like, this motherfucker's still making videos about something that belongs to me. My purchases. Like, that's sick. That motherfucker has he's autistic and has Asperger's or something. I don't know what the fuck wrong with that dude. Yeah, I mean, his face is kind of long. His face is kind of long like the Scream mask. Something's wrong with it. They call that motherfucker Sensei Duck Feet. Sensei Duck Feet. Like, there's something wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Something's wrong with that dude, man. If somebody think that guy's normal, I don't know. A year now, They remember a couple months ago he threatened to call the police on me, but I didn't show him my PC. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He threatened to call the cops on me if I didn't show him my PC.
I'm a stalker. He said he made a movie or whatever, a video. I didn't get a life.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, keep making those movies and videos up. I appreciate it. I appreciate those the subscribers. But anyway, down to the Xbox winning November.
Yeah.
And like I said, not only did they win November, but however, they with Sony's price cut of $50, and quote unquote, according to Sony, 80% of their install base never played the Uncharted series, so they was expecting, I guess, maybe the Uncharted collection to outsell Halo or to sell just as good as Halo. That's a big accomplishment for Microsoft too. Cause remember, I was giving them shit like, God damn, your biggest competitor just had a $50 price cut. You guys are not going to cut the price? I mean, I was livid here, but like, you guys were like, no, they're going to win. They got to win.
Yeah, they did think they were going to win for sure.
I really didn't. I really didn't think they were going to win. Fucking October, especially with the price cut.
They thought the Sony fanboy thought they were winning. That's what was so good about that day, was because they were all, these Sony fanboys hadn't had anything. We've seen us play all these games, everything we've been doing.
Oh, wow, yes.
And they were banking hard, and that's what that was happening. And then it fell through, and even NeoGAF, everyone was in shock when it won. I mean, I was on the fence. I did have Xbox winning, but when that dropped, that was like that was a big surprise.
But was it 4 days on the market? Was it when do they cut it off? Is it at the
4 days? Yeah.
The cutoff day is the 31st of the month, or is it the cutoff day? It was
I think it went in. I think it lasted 4 days or something in November, right? 4 or 5.
I'm saying, but it came out when October 27th or 28th, or
the 27th.
Yeah, so in the 27th, it was able to outsell NBA 2K16.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is
that's on fire. Look at NBA 2K.
It made $400 million. That's the bottom line. People are just trying to spin it around. You could say that the numbers are down a little, but it's way too early.
Sales though, you know what I mean? That number of
they don't know region. This is only one region too. It's like come on.
And we don't know what it did digitally.
They're just looking to be negative, but the bottom line was it was a huge month for Xbox, and I do expect them to win November. So and then what are they going to say?
If they win November, then that's huge, because in November you got
all the bundles.
You got the Call of Duty bundle. You got the Star Wars bundle. That's going to be huge too, you know what I mean?
But check this out though, right? A lot of people are into that Star Wars thing because Microsoft is doing the stealth marketing with the EA Access. Play it now on Xbox One, and a lot of people are playing it on Xbox One right now. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are playing this game. You know what I mean?
So it's beautiful.
Yeah. It is like even though I'm a hypocrite, I'm getting the game. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, crap! Oh no!
You getting the game crap?
I'm getting it. You know why I'm getting it, dude? I'll tell you exactly why I'm getting it. Right? Like just to give a little story. My gaming clan started off on Battlefront.
Oh, thank you for
go with that clan again.
Yeah, my gaming clan. Okay. Now a lot of the original members just out of the woodwork started messaging me on Skype and stuff like, "Hey man, we're gonna play." We actually had a long-term member pass away who was pretty young. He was only like 23. He died of cancer recently. Yeah. Wow. So that kind of brought everybody together, and they're like, well, after CJ died, we've all been together since 2007. You know what I mean? That's when it started. So we want to get back into Battlefront as a team. And so I was like, man, I can't deny that. So even though I think it's kind of a ripoff,
you went on ahead and got it.
I'm gonna.
What I like about the whole sales thing, how ponies took the day off. Boy, they was in stores whacking off, wasn't they? I was like, man. I mean, just the whole week of this, everything going on, all this good stuff going on. We got games to play, and they in stores beating they meat. I said, man, you cannot make this stuff up.
How'd the Giants lose this game?
They lost.
Shoot. I knew Tim was into something. Mute your mic, Tim. Meltdown.
Tim's having a meltdown, and it's not even about folders.
That's why I was being quiet, because I'm fucking aggravated. I don't understand why they didn't fucking run the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Next
How did they
gen.
lose by a point?
They fucking had the ball with 2 minutes with the. I don't understand what happened. They called a timeout with 2:06. I can't get the fucking channel on. I never had to watch this game. And then the guy shoots a 54-yarder.
This is what happens, kids. When you try to do two things at once.
a little BGST behind the scenes. A little meltdown, a little behind the scenes.
Man, oh man.
I don't understand what happened. They had the ball with 2 minutes and they call a fucking timeout.
They used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone.
That's unbelievable.
Oh man. But I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So crap or mooch, whatever. So you guys are predicting that Microsoft will win.
Microsoft is going to win. It's going to win November. October was iffy. November is not even going to be close because you had Tomb Raider, you had Fallout, you got Fallout 3.
Yeah, but you also have got. Let me use Fallout as a reference. We're also going to get Fallout. You're going to get the fallout of Halo 5 sales bleeding into November because that's what's going to happen. It was so close to November. A lot of people that I know personally that own Halo 5 right now and are new Xbox One owners all bought the weekend before Tomb Raider came out.
I know a couple people that are getting Xbox Ones on Black Friday and they're going to buy Halo 5 and Battlefront. So. I think that a lot of people are going to pick up an Xbox One come Black Friday. Yeah. You're going to see a $250 Xbox One. Lock that shit in. If you're going to see a $299 PS4, you're going to see a $50 cheaper Xbox One along the line.
Well, Target has $299 with a $60 gift card. So.
Well, did you see? Target or who was that? Best Buy is doing a 40-inch Samsung 1080p TV with an Xbox.
Which is a very good TV for $700.
No, it's $500.
Really? I thought it was 7.
Yeah.
But the other one was 40, and this one I don't know. I got to see what it is. But it's a good TV deal.
It is. It's a nice deal, man. I'm telling you, that's a fucking.
They have the better deals already.
Hey, but just going back to the NPD real quick, let's talk about the big upset: Yoshi's Woolly World beating the Uncharted collection.
I know. I pointed that out. I pointed that out, and I was like, "Damn, Yoshi Woolly World beats up Uncharted collection." But Clay, come on, this is the third. Now, listen, you can be a die-hard fan. It's all jokes aside. You can be a die-hard player. This is the third holiday in a row that you guys don't have any AAA exclusives. You know what I mean? The launch you had Knack and Killzone, okay, but the next year you had Little Big Planet. This year you got the Uncharted collection. Like, come on, right? Like Sony's really fucking dicking you guys around. Like, seriously. Like, they spending that money on that fucking VR helmet.
You know what it is? They don't buy games for real. They rent them bad babies.
Yeah, they do.
That's why that number is the way it is.
Yeah, that was a good video you did show where you
always hear them say, "I played it." You never hear them say, "I bought it." Most Xbox gamers be like, "Oh, I bought this, I bought that, I bought this." They be like, "Oh, I played that." I be sitting here like, "Wow, I keep hearing that conversation all the time." They rent that trash. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they do, man. They rent. I wonder how many copies did you know what I'm saying? GameFly and Redbox part of that trash. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they
Well, here's the thing, that fucking the Uncharted collection, right? That game is not very old. That franchise, right? Like the last one only came out a few years ago. So I mean, unlike say a Halo collection or whatever, which started in 2001. You know what I mean? It's like they wanted to put all the Master Chief games on the Xbox One so that people could catch up with the storyline and then play Halo 5. That made good sense. You had all the multiplayer. Okay, it was broke for a month or whatever. They compensated people for it. The Uncharted collection, I don't know what the hell they did. It looks the same. There's no multiplayer. What the hell is the point, in my opinion? You know what I mean? They already had the games on the PS Now stuff. People that wanted to play the game were already playing the game. That's where Sony's bullshit comes in, where they're like, oh, well, 70% of PS3 or PS4 owners haven't played Uncharted. And I was like, that's bullshit. Nobody's going to play these last-gen games when you got new games coming out. The only reason why that game even charted was because what else were there was nothing else.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, you could have just saved your money and just bought it on the 3.
Exactly.
You know,
I
you
still
probably
got
get that
mine.
for about $6-10, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I don't, bro. Like I said, it's
Used.
a cash grab from Sony. Listen, you can, like I said, you can be. No, didn't they have Dragon Quest Heroes or something too last month? Didn't they have some Dragon Quest game or something?
I don't, dude.
Yeah.
I heard. What was it? Who was it that was talking? What, Disgaea or some shit, and a bunch of other queer games.
Diega or whatever that is.
Nobody cares about. None of those games charted here, man, because nobody gives a shit about those games here. Those are just a list. Those are what I like to call list war games, like fucking soccer cars and all that baby back bullshit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like
that's
at
that
all.
list. That's that Schindler's List they put up every day.
That fucking Schindler's List.
That's put up fucking every week when we do the podcast. No one, I think Dragon Quest Heroes or Dragon Heroes or something that came out. No one buys that shit here. Look at One Piece Blood, 7,000 copies. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit, man. I'm not knocking those who like that games, but they're very, very niche titles. You know, very, very niche. You know what I mean? They're not. We're you guys AAA blockbuster games. You know what I mean? That's what counts. That's the meat and the potato. This is the reason why you buy a PlayStation 4. You don't buy a PlayStation 4 for One Piece Blood. You don't. I'm sorry.
Haven't we been talking about this for the last 5 months? That this is going to come home to roost. That the no games is going to be a problem, and they're in the middle of it. And
hey, who needs games though when you got Jeff Keighley in the Game Awards basically doing the fucking Sony dance all over there? Like look, I was going over there because you can vote on stuff like your most anticipated game for next year. Do you guys know what the most anticipated games of next year are according to this place? All right, it's fucking Uncharted 4, The Last Guardian, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, that Horizon Zero Dawn, and Quantum Break. No Gears 4, no Halo Wars 2, no Recore, no Scalebound, no Crackdown. You got No Man's Sky. It's all Sony games. All of them.
It was like that last year, too, wasn't it? When nobody's supposed to be expecting Halo and none of that trash, wasn't it? Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, guess what? Forza 6 is in the running for best game, but so is Soccer Cars for best racing game. How? I don't know. But I swear to God, if Soccer Cars beats fucking Forza 6, I'm going to have a meltdown. I swear to God.
Hey, man, like I said, like I said, the media is very, very, very biased. I remember, like at the beginning of when he's
didn't they give Uncharted a 10 too?
Yep.
Yeah, but check this out. I remember when we first started doing this show, whatever, kind of small or whatever, when these next generation consoles launched, and it was a friend, not gonna say a fan, we don't have any fans, a subscriber of ours was from Argentina and gave me this link, and of course it was in Spanish, so I had to do the Google Translate, and their fans of Argentina were pissed off because they couldn't still, even dating back to the PlayStation 3 era, they couldn't use their credit cards or whatever the case on PSN. And it was the same thing with the PlayStation. Here's the thing. Sony gives you these global numbers. The PlayStation was out like in 100 territories, but the console was not fully supported. You know what I mean? Not fully supported. You know what I mean? The Xbox is out like in 45 countries or so, regions or whatever you want to call them. But when you get the Xbox, one in your country, you have access to Xbox Live. You can use your credit card, your currency. It's not like that in, they're quote unquote these third world countries. And I remember I'm not going to say any names. You're not going to, I won't do that. But I gave that article to a certain gaming website, someone that follows me on Twitter. And I say, bro, look at this shit here. You know what I mean? You guys are giving Microsoft shit about DRM and this, that, and the other. Look, you can't even use your debit card on PSN. They don't have access to play online and shit. So you guys say, okay, we're cool. We're going to do a story about it. That motherfucker inboxed me and said his chief editor would not let him run the story. I bullshit you not. I said, wow, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? It's like they want Sony to win. You know what I mean? They want Sony to win. You know what I mean? Prime example, when I asked that certain quote-unquote 2K developer, hey, if Microsoft gives you guys dedicated, well, not give, but give you access to dedicated servers, why wouldn't you use them on the Xbox One? That his word, and I'm not going to say any names again, word on word, he said it will be unfair to the Sony fans and Sony if they were to use those things on the PlayStation, on the Xbox One, and because Sony doesn't have them. Like, come on, it's very, very biased, very, very biased, man. People think we run around with these tinfoil hats on. If you make this shit up, like it's a conspiracy theory. Like, this is some real shit here. I'm like, you know what I mean? I don't know what gives, man. I don't know what Microsoft can. What make look. You got backwards compatibility. You know, that's huge. You know what I mean?
I like that they trolling them with that too.
Yeah,
that's solid.
You would think that would be over every goddamn website, clean it up. You know what I mean? No one's really talking about how a feat that is. You know what I mean? Like, that's huge what they mean. Like, Microsoft was software geniuses, man. Like Sony had did that. Oh, this is it, PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, it's not fair. You know what I mean? It's not fair. Microsoft doesn't get a fair shake at all. And like, I don't know, man. It's at the point I don't really care anymore. But you know, if you think,
well, you know, what's funny is people like next gen. People still think we're crazy when we say there's media bias. They think we're like tinfoil hats and all this kind of weird shit, right? And that's not the case at all. We're not biased. We're not. Or I mean, the media is biased. We're not. We're biased too. But I mean, the media is definitely biased. You know, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, like we're Xbox dudes. That's for damn sure.
It's just popular to shit on Xbox. You know, nobody's writing about how, you know, what they've given this month in gaming to Xbox fans and what Sony fans haven't had. It's just. They don't talk about it, you know. That's the bottom line. They push things like when Xbox has the power, you don't have an option to turn or put on save mode or wherever, so you conserve power. There's 5 articles about that, and they're all bashing Microsoft. But you know, you have.
But where's the articles talking about?
The articles now? They're few and far between. So.
Well, you can call it a lack of direction, or there's a lot of different things you can call it. But to be honest with you, even when you look at the Gaming Award nominees, and they have Quantum Break in there as the only most anticipated game of 2016, they're using the wrong picture. It's the picture from when Quantum Break was originally announced in 2013, and not Sean Astin's face. And that's just a slap in the face. That's attention to detail. Microsoft's a number 1, number 2 country in the world. This isn't like number 1, number 2 in gaming, and you're like, it's just video games, calm down. They're number 1, number 2 in the world, and you're not paying attention to detail. Plus, when you look at the nominations for voting, the scales. Listen, when you're in sales, okay, and you're doing anything along that line, and you walk into a liquor store, there's a reason that people fight for the top shelf to see eye level. So when you have a sheet or a form or an online document where you're actually linking your vote, and you have something that's taking up 3/4 of your screen, like Horizon Event Zero, and then you have Quantum Break that's taking like less than 1/4 of your screen in the right-hand corner, and it's the wrong picture, who's voting for that? I mean, it's just human factors. There's a lot of studies that go into this. That's why, like Budweiser, Coors Light, they fight for that front thing. When you go to like the beer section in your store, don't think that just miraculously appears on the corner. People fight for that and they pay for that top dollar, because when you're just walking by and it's Sunday game day, yeah, maybe you have your favorite beer, but 60-70% of people don't really have a favorite. They just want a cold beer, so they just grab whatever's on display in front. So they fight for that spot. It's for sales.
And they have the advertisement of the NFL on it. Like, I know Budweiser.
That's right.
That trash.
That's
right. They put that on a can in a minute to get you to buy it. You know, just to stick out from.
That's why when we make these comments about the media being so biased, this is not just us sitting here trying to make filler or this and that. And there's a lot of people that make videos on YouTube that point fingers at BGST that are like, why do you guys talk like this? Why do you guys say that? Because if we don't, who the hell is? Nobody else is telling you what's happening out there. And you know what? The reason this show keeps growing in popularity, and the reason people keep tuning into each of our individual channels, is because they want to hear what the fuck is going on. They don't want to hear from IGN anymore. Listen, Podcast Unlocked this week had a 20-minute show that they clipped and they put on YouTube, and it said basically the title was Phil Spencer's Xbox, Reborn, or his Envision. And I said, wow, maybe this is actually going to be something great. The first sentence out of Destin Legary's mouth was, well, I got my update, whether I wanted it or not.
Yeah.
I got it. And I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Hey.
Yeah, I seen that trash.
Go back to PS4.
The other dude was like, I don't like change.
Yeah, I don't like change.
I don't like change. I'm like, well, then you need to, get some wheels in your pocket, because you try.
Hey, did he say that the PS4 was a beast, though, Showstopper?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? This shout out to Jamie Moran. He let me know because I was mentioning this on my channel, and he said to me that it was also mentioned that they complained again about the power brick. The power brick was brought up again
Yeah, I heard that.
as a complaint.
Does it sound?
How come I don't understand how come they don't complain about the light on PS4 on the controller?
Or
all
the
time?
controller, how it drains the battery?
It's just honestly, it's at
2
the point
hours.
where it's just like you shake your head. It's just I don't know if it's ever going to change. It's the sad part.
Dude,
So
well, you know what's funny is like I told people this story when I got my PS4. My younger brother bought his the same day, and we didn't know. We didn't like confer with each other. He just brought his home. I brought mine home, and then what I didn't know was he told me the other day that he already sold that fucking thing. I was like, "Do you even have a PS4 anymore?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "There was nothing to play on it." So I was like, "Damn it, man!" I was actually considering selling mine, but I'm gonna hold off till Uncharted 4. Then I might sell it after that.
Yoshi's Woolly World beat Uncharted. You see his tweet, basically, Jason Jamie Moran tweet on Twitter. He got the picture of Yoshi where I beat Uncharted.
you know, when you don't have any games and you're pinning wins on NPD to make you happy to feel good about your console, maybe you should look at yourself and stop looking at Xbox fans because seriously.
Hey, they must feel double bad now because they lost NPD too. So.
Oh, yeah, that was the kicker. You saw a lot of craziness here. After that NPD, everyone was like, the Sony fanboy started hitting me up. It was crazy. It was, they didn't want to talk about, their game that they were hyping, Dragon Quest Heroes. They didn't want to talk about that nowhere in sight. They just want to talk about Halo and how bad it is and they didn't want to talk about games. They just wanted to talk about, they didn't know what the hell to do. And the bottom line is that, it's something that we've been central to everything we've been saying, and it's something that they don't want to admit, but they really don't have a big game this year, and now it's starting to get to the point where it's ridiculous because
I'm sorry, Crap. I just want to say one thing with Tim's slogan right there. There's something to say about that. Literally, my bad. I don't mean to interrupt, but no, literally. You have a lot more pressure. There's a lot more pressure on Naughty Dog, isn't there, at this point? Because now there's only one game that's reliable for Sony, and that's Uncharted 4. And I think Uncharted 4, with all this hype that it's going to be getting, it might be a bust. Now, I'm a big Uncharted fan, but guess what? I'm not expecting anything great to come out of next year's game. I'm expecting it to be a continuation.
It's gonna, that game's gonna score at least a 90 just because of the Naughty Dog name.
I'm gonna say
and it's gonna sell well.
The truth.
Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider, my game of the year so far, and people.
It's my game of the year too.
Yeah, dude, people are like, "Are you crazy?" And I'm like, "No, it's great. It's amazing."
It's very good.
When I played it, the first thing that came to my head was a prayer. I said, "Dear God." That made I was like, God.
I'm gonna be honest.
Visuals was nice.
I'm a bit bittersweet because the game is fantastic. There's no denying that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Microsoft. Do the fucking deal. Like that game right there alone is a console stellar. It's just that if you guys like the Tomb Raider, the last reboot, the last generation, whatever case. This is 20 times better, graphically, it's really over the top, so, and it makes me, like I said, I really despise Square Enix, the way they kind of snatched the rug from the Microsoft team with how they announced like that, what the fuck was that, and I spoke to a certain little individual, I'm not going to say any names, and that thing, and it did catch Microsoft by surprise, they wasn't happy about that whatsoever, I'm not going to say any names, but I just heard that through the grapevine, but they were caught off guard by it also. Like, that's no way that you do business. I'm sorry. It's wrong. You don't do that. And it's crazy as hell. And I guarantee you, they would not have made that announcement if Microsoft, if they ain't going to drive in that check, they wouldn't have got that check from Microsoft. It's like, that's wrong. But the game is great. Like I say this, if you can't afford to own both consoles, there's no way in hell that you should wait a year to play that game,
Yeah. You know what? I held off on the spoilers and stuff.
I don't even care, bro.
I wanted the UK people to get a chance to play it on Xbox, but I've been posting a ton of pictures from the game. It's phenomenal. It's
when it comes on, you walking through the snow, like I can't make it. jump. That bitch was
Yeah. She like bundles up, and you can see the breath from her. You know what I mean? It's like, and the voice acting is really well done. I think. I mean, that girl grunts a lot.
You know what?
She's like,
What's going to be the separation for this game from the PlayStation version, from the Xbox version?
The 360 version is the one they're getting.
Well,
regardless
of what is true, but this is what separated the dang on rumble triggers.
Oh yeah.
Man, when the wind comes from your left side, when you're walking on that mountain and that wind hits you like bow, you feel it and it's gushing and you hear the wind, you feel it rumbling from that right side of the trigger. You be like, I feel that. Then when you're in the snow, man, how heavy it is, you feel like you walking in heavy snow. It's just that sets it apart for me, man. It just
it's all part of that experience. Not only you have the visuals, you have the effects, you have the story, but I'm telling you that's why I keep making this harp on like if you don't have the Elite controller, go get it. If you don't, you still have the best controller in your hand anyways. With those rumble triggers, you really do feel, you get immersed into the story because you can feel that wind blowing. You feel that density when you're walking through that thick snow. You realize if those rumble triggers were on the PS4, the DS4, the DualShock 4, that battery lasts about a half hour.
I mean, there's no comparing the two between the DualShock 4 controller and the Xbox. I mean, the Xbox controls a better built controller.
So you say, hear me out, right? So better games, better controller, Papa John's. No, what I was gonna say was, I don't understand how the hell, if you're a gamer, you walk into a store, you don't realize that you look at better games coming out, you got a better crafted controller, you've got a UI now that is faster than the opposition, you've got a company that happens to have $300 billion just chilling in the bank, and then you got a company with $7 billion that's struggling to keep the lights on. You know, what do you think's coming down the pipeline? They invested everything into VR. Tim, this is kind of your wheelhouse, too. Mm-hmm. Like, VR, personally, they're saying it's a buzzword in the business right now. They're saying it's a buzzword. Here's the thing. If it's a buzzword, it's going to be hot in, like, 2020. Not today. And next year, it's going to flop. Nobody's going to spend $350. Show, you did a whole 2 or 3 segments on your channel about how PlayStation 4 customers are all rentals. They rent their games. So if they won't spend $50, right, then they won't spend the $60 or $70 on this PlayStation Eye. Why is it they're going to go spend $350 on a VR headset with 3 or 4 games that look like PS3? It's not going to happen. So the only thing is this. Microsoft was very smart with the VR to get in bed with Oculus. Let them risk all of the hardware money and let Microsoft just be a partner, and we can just use it on our box or the Xbox 2, whatever they feel they want to do. That's a smart move. Phil, tip of the hat to you, buddy. Awesome move.
Yeah, but and then like I said in the day though, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, it's a bittersweet thing for me where Square Enix handled the way they did business. I don't think Microsoft would do any more business with them as far as time. Like I said, I tell you how I feel about time. Do the deal, lock it up if you can. But like I said, this game here is a console. To me, like I said, it may be the best game that came out this generation. Just to be honest, it's just that good. You know what I mean? Whether you're a Sony dude or Xbox dude, doesn't even make a difference. This does put the pressure on, I guess, Naughty Dog to like Uncharted has to be better than Tomb Raider now. They have to. You know what I mean? But here's the question: did the 360 version come out?
Yeah.
It did come out?
Yeah.
Because I went to.
Supposedly it looks really good too. So.
I went to Best Buy. Shout out to Best Buy. Best Buy's doing the damn thing. I went there to the midnight launch and I didn't see any 360 versions on the counter. I only saw the Xbox One versions on the counter.
Of what?
Tomb Raider. I didn't.
Tomb Raider. Yeah.
I didn't. Like I said, the 360 version came out also.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Whoever the fuck's still buying gaming, god damn. Get your shit together. Like, Jesus. Who the fuck is still buying games for the 360?
Hey, you know what really sucks about this Tomb Raider thing is, have you guys seen like some of the walkthroughs and stuff, or some of the big places will say the game's on PS4 and PC right now, like it's like Xbox One.
I've seen that. What's it? GameSpot or IGN did that. Who was that? GameSpot.
Yeah, I think all of them are doing that.
Oh, that's man, Jesus. I don't. It's not a bias. Something that Microsoft can do about that. Like, I would, if I was them, I would put their lawyers on that shit and start hitting motherfuckers where it hurt. You know what I mean? They already think you're a greedy bastard anyway. So fucking, like I said, be the behemoth that you are, man. Like if I was Microsoft, I swear I would drop a nuke on motherfucking NeoGaf. That place would be out of business. There would be no more all that slander in their product. I mean, we're not talking about a $20,000. We're talking about $1 billion investment and all that. They had to underclock the Xbox. What that shit C-Boat was saying? Then Netflix was looking to buy the Xbox.
C-Boat. You mean one of the fucking mods from NeoGaf?
Yeah, I mean, that place will be in business, man. That place will be gone. That's just a cesspool, man. Nothing but hate comes from that place, man. Nothing good.
Let me ask you guys a question. Anybody got Black Ops 3 that's here? I know
I have it. Yeah.
You guys enjoying it?
It's okay. It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's the same goddamn engine. What
I don't like, you can tell who got those elite controllers, boy. My lord.
Yeah, they got like my brother.
Just from across the dang on board, man, they killing you, man. I be sitting here like, man, that's
with a pistol
right there. Yeah, just quickly, like.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm putting rounds in cats.
He's like paintball fingers, man. He's like, I'm used to playing paintball, and I'm like, yeah, you fucking liar. That goddamn elite controller, man.
Got that elite controller.
You still didn't get that elite controller?
No, I still have the elite controller.
They said crap money in the Best Buy. His EBT, his welfare card was declined.
Yeah, man.
It was 26 cents short. This shit was declined.
No, my son was playing. He's like, he strikes up the 360 today. He's playing Black Ops 2. He's like, Dad, you gonna get that Black Ops 3? And I was like, maybe Santa Claus will bring that shit. Oh man.
I got too much to play, though.
It's nice, though. It's nice.
You got Halo 5, you got Tomb Raider, we got Star Wars, and I might change my tone on that goddamn.
I had took a break from it for
Star Wars.
For Call of Duty. When Tomb Raider came out, everything got shut down.
Like, people are laughing, right? But look, this is the truth. Forza 6 come out. I still got races to do in that.
Mm-hmm. It's too much. It's
Halo 5 come out. Halo 5 came out.
I love it.
Bang
Bang. I said this is overwhelming. I said, man, this is
too many games.
Greatness.
It's too much greatness. It is. Because look, Forza 6 release, right? I'm still got shit I got to do on that. Halo 5 release. I've still got people that are like hitting me up to play that. I love Warzone. I love the arena maps too. It's like I'm torn. Then comes out Black Ops 3, and I'm like, well, I'm probably gonna hate this, but I'm into it. I'm digging it. Then comes out Tomb Raider, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the greatest game this year. And then fucking Battlefront comes out, and I got a bunch of people hitting me up for that.
I got COD just because my baby boy, man, he's a Call of Duty fan, man.
Okay, I can. Let me ask you that graphically. What do you think is the best looking game this generation? If you think, is it Star Wars Battlefront, Tomb Raider, I don't think else to or fucking Rise.
It's probably Rise. Well, you know what? I can tell you this. It's probably Rise.
Rise, the launch title. We talking about this year, right?
No, I'm just talking about period. This generation, this period is big. Beautiful. But Star Wars. I mean, maybe I'm cheap because of my television.
Have you played
Star Wars Battlefront? Yeah. My God. The snow and the mountain and you're in the woods. That shit looks fucking realistic. Jesus.
I don't know. I got a 4K too, man. And,
my bad.
Tomb Raider is crisp.
Okay, Mr. Little, I got a 4K television too.
I got one too, 55, baby.
Yeah, I just bought another. You guys know,
I ain't get a expensive one. I got a cheaper one.
They say next gen is always lying, but I was on the phone with you guys. I was investment. I was buying a new one. They are very, very affordable now. I feel like I got ripped off. I paid about $9,000 last year.
I got mine for under 1,000.
Yeah, they are really cheap. Very, very cheap.
I might grab one on Black Friday.
Black Friday. What size do you want? I seen the 47-inch.
Well, yeah, that's probably the sweet spot, something like that. I don't like anything too big because then it's too big to take in on the screen if you're playing competitively. Mm-hmm. Like for me, I like it like in between like the probably like 37 and 47.
37. Oh god, crap! God damn.
You know what was the selling point? I'm gonna tell you. I went with Vizio. Mm-hmm. When I did my research on it, they had the best input lag as far as the cheapest.
Vizio has the best input lag. I don't know
input lag on there, man. For as gaming and stuff like that,
Yes, they do.
They got the best. And the only one that was beating them out was Sony.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like I
Beating them
said,
out.
at the time I bought my first, and I'm more of a Samsung dude. All the TVs in my house were Samsung. But at the time when I bought my first 4K television, Sony had, because they were the first in the market. They had the best 4K technology at the time. But now I think Samsung may have surpassed them with Vizio. The reason why they're so cheap, not because it's a cheap TV, it's American-made television, American set. But they have the best input lag for like controllers for video games. They do. They have a $500, I think it's like $489 for a 47-inch 4K television in Samsung and Best Buy right now. For those of you that are looking,
And I'm gonna tell you, with that upscaler that's in the TV and the console, you can't tell.
I told you.
I be sitting here, man. You know you looking at something sharp when your eyes start tearing up. You be like, God.
But you can tell the difference, though. You can tell the difference. It's like, my God, it's so bright and so vibrant. You know what I mean? Like I said, Star Wars Battlefront it looks gorgeous. But why no voice chat? What the fuck, though? Like, what the fuck is that? No voice chat? I'm trying to talk to people. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
You got to be in the party with them, yo.
And how do you put it in third person? Do you have to hold the thumbstick down?
No, you can go to the settings and do third person.
Oh, you have to go to the settings and set it in third person.
Yeah, you can. You can also do it with the D-pad, I believe, like every time.
You have to hold it.
Yeah, that's gay. No, you just do it once.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the game was glitching because it kept going back. Say, hey, you get over here, and it would go right back to first person.
That's because you were doing it wrong. You were doing like the commands instead of the thing to get into third person or whatever.
Oh, my bad. Hey, man, I was high. Fucking those optics. I'll be high as goddamn James Bond. This bitch.
Hey, did you guys see that Microsoft fought back against that fucking how to share your games video? I've been wanting to talk about this. I did a video.
This is how we share our games?
Yeah, it has like 250,000 views.
Yeah, well, it's the Xbox UK thing, right? And they're like, they go off like on Sony. You can tell they're taking shots at Sony's video from 2013. And the girl's like, well, how do I sign up and how much does it cost? And the guy's like, it costs nothing. He's like,
why would you pay for your games
that you already own? Yeah,
classic.
See, if I was in charge though, I would have had Ellen DeGeneres and I would have had Jackie Chan play the two roles. And then that way it would have been a great Fat Boy Boys and Yoshida. But it was cool that they did that. I wish they did like a little bit more of a punch in the stomach. Like it was good, but I just wanted a little bit more of a literally. This is the time to when they're down, step on their throat, and they are doing it. But I want to see more of it. I don't know if that's really Microsoft's MO, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, when I seen it, I was like, yes, some get back.
Yeah, finally.
I'm saying, like, look, people that don't think they listen, I mean, they listen, man. Come on, they listen, man.
They do listen.
Anybody says,
I just want to see them just fight, man. Just quit this nice guy stuff they doing, man. That's some trash. Stop that trash.
The fight actually would result in more sales for them, and it would be better for both companies because people love a good fight. I mean, hell, you know how good they like a fight? We're now tuning in to two ladies beating the shit out of each other in a ring.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're watching, what is it, Russo versus Holly, whatever the hell her name was.
On the Rousey, bro, she got that bull.
Yo, listen, I got news for you. I think she's going to come back with some furious anger, though. I ain't kidding.
I'm going to tell you, her arrogance got her, man.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Her arrogance got her. And that other person that she fought, I know, like, if they fight again, Rousey's going to be the favorite. I guarantee you.
No. Listen, you guys got to watch my video. I
saw your video that she should have took her down. I don't know why she was taking her down either.
She going to try it next time. That's what it'll be the game plan.
Taking down, when she tried to, let me tell you, if you guys don't know, Holly Holt, she controlled the distance. Distance is everything. She tried to get it, but every time she ran into a string, the girl was a southpaw.
Yeah,
what Ronda Rousey needs to do, she needs to go spend about a year in a boxing gym to understand, her striking is horrible. She's used to out bounce, powering everyone. She doesn't know how to cut off the ring. And Holly was using angles. I've been doing this shit since I was 8 years old. I said this shit. I forgot what I said. If she doesn't get her down, She's going to whoop her ass and end up knocking her out because she's a boxer. She uses angles. And what the hell she did for a year, she practiced her ground because when she got her, tried to get her, she escaped from that.
She escaped from that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, she was used to being stronger than all the females too.
Yeah.
This chick was strong, man.
Yeah, she's strong.
It wasn't just taking her down easy.
She almost
knew what
knocked
to
her
do.
out with that straight left. Rocked the shit out of her.
Yeah,
I said, I said, this fight is over. She can't do nothing with that girl. And then when she went to go swing wild, and she ran into the gate, that's right before she got knocked out. She was frustrated. She was like an old Mike Tyson out there. You know, when she doesn't get her way, she did, and Mike was my man. I know him personally.
She didn't go to the post-fight. She cried. She went.
She was hurt. She went to the hospital.
Yeah, no, she broke her jaw, right?
I don't know what's broke, but when you get concussed, that's one thing I don't like about MMA is like I said, boxing is a gentleman's sport. When I knock you down, I'm a gentleman to let you get up to defend yourself. In MMA, when you knock someone down, you're able to get on top of them and pound. You can hurt someone, you know what I mean?
Literally. Oh yeah.
They're
like a dead body. They get
it only takes 2 pounds of pressure to render any man unconscious. Your brain floats around on the stomach, floats around on fluid. You know what I mean? And not much to get dazed. But that woman was out. They should when she felt that kick, they should have stopped it right there.
Right there.
Well, you're right. In MMA, they do get right on top of you.
That's too much. There's too much.
Big gamers MMA talk.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's crazy. I said this. She was going to do it. I said if she doesn't get her or try to, if she can escape, Holly Holst is going to fuck her up. I've said that. You know what I mean. But anyway, it is what it is, man. So if you guys want to watch the video. I'll put a video.
Did you guys also see Yoshida again responded to backwards compatibility? He said no.
No.
Listen, we got.
Are you gonna have no?
Listen, we got Tim back on the show. 10 minutes time, calm down after the loss to my Patriots. Ask each one of you guys a question. You know what I mean? And I know that we can be kind of biased because we're Xbox fans. Now, just about all of us here have a PlayStation 4 besides Showstopper. You'd be a good boy. You may get one for Christmas from next gen.
Showstopper is the only intelligent one. That proves it.
The only smart one. Right. Just comparing the two on what they have to offer. I don't understand why is the PlayStation 4 outselling the Xbox One. Just get me out, because according to Sony fans, the reason why they despise the Xbox brand so much because they depend so much on multi-plats and indies, and this is the same thing that they're doing with the quote-unquote the PlayStation 4.
That's a good strategy.
Now, listen, it's going to be the same thing. I promise you guys, it's going to be the same thing next holiday. They're not going to have any AAA games again. They're going to shoot their loader this spring. You're going to get Street Fighter, and you're going to get Uncharted.
Well, wait, Z, let me just pause you right there. Now, step back into 2014 November when Bloodborne was supposed to come out, and it got delayed. That's why it came out in the spring this year. It wasn't like it was planned to be this big hit. It was supposed to be their winter release. It got pushed back. Now, Uncharted was supposed to be their big hit this year to go against Tomb Raider and Halo. It got pushed back. So they're stuck with a spring release again. They have nothing next year. If Horizon comes out next year, I guarantee you it's broken. Because both times they showed it, it was on PC.
Mooch, we both know Horizon is going to be that game that's supposed to come out the holiday that's going to get delayed into the first part of 2017. Just like Uncharted was. You know what I mean? Look, the big AAA game that's coming out for Sony next year is Uncharted. That's it. You're going to get the smaller one, which is that Street Fighter game. You're gonna get that like
Last Guardian supposedly.
Yeah, the Last Guardian is not coming next year. No way.
They got some Japanime games that are gonna come too.
That's basically what they're doing. Like the Vita games. They're reduced to doing that. Old Vita ports and Vita sequels that never got greenlighted. I mean,
even if they have a strong year, Xbox has an even stronger year. You look at Xbox, what they have. They have about 7 AAA titles.
Here's the thing, though, guys. Sony can't latch on to any. Somebody asked me a while ago, I can't remember whose podcast I was on, I think it was yours, Xbox Nation. Somebody said to us, what are you, oh no, it was Food. He said, what are we interpreting as the best multi-plat for 2016? And there isn't a best 2016 multi-plat. There's what's coming out next year that's a multi-plat that's massive.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one that's coming?
Unless Titanfall.
Right. But Titanfall is going to be, at best, it's still going to have that would still be Xbox endorsed. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that Sony can just slap their logo on like they did this year with Battlefront, and they'll have Call of Duty next year. How long do you think that contract goes? But every year, Call of Duty's losing a little bit of weight.
And they got Persona 5 coming out, and
But that's niche, though, right?
I think Star Ocean, but those are RPGs though. JRPGs.
Yeah, those are, and you know, Sony guys hear us say this show, and they're like, "Oh, that's bullshit, that's bullshit." But Persona 5 is niche. That's still gonna, if it sells 1 million, that's a miracle, you know. And that's only, you know what I mean? That's a small group of people in the PS4 camp. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not
what they consider their hardcore game.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, absolutely. No, and I'm with you there, because it's not belittling it. If you like it, you like it, but it's not in the Halo 5 or Call of Duty or even Metal Gear Solid category.
What game is that?
Well, you know what? It's not promoted
Persona.
like that neither.
Right.
It's not promoted,
That's
it's not promoted
Showstopper
that
shit.
way
That's
neither.
the Gundam style.
Gundam
Get
style.
that right. I'm gonna be Gundam them up too, bro.
Dude, it sounds like the fucking the pause music from Battletoads.
It is.
Yeah, it does.
Good.
That's what that guy was when he walked into that guy walked into that Macy's and started jerking off. He was thinking about Persona 5.
That's,
Hey, did y'all see the dude, the store and manager run down aisle 8?
He looked.
Stop jerking off.
No, listen. You missed it. He looked at his fly first and looked back at him and was like,
Hey, why dude start speeding up when he seen him running down that aisle, man? I was weak. I was like, man, this is crazy.
we can hear this guy. Hey, yo, fuck you guys.
Crazy.
That could have been anyone. He had to be a gamer.
I didn't have to sit here and say on my video. I said we don't sprinkle gravy on greatness.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, to be fair, you got weirdos and freaks all out there. You know what I mean? They just busted some Xbox Live dude for some child porn shit or whatever. Trying to have
weirdos everywhere.
And that's one of the things again. And I know that Nintendo NX is around the corner. That's my issue with Nintendo because I don't play on 3DS. My daughter, my mama, she's 15 now, but she was talking to her friends. They had communication as far as the 3DS. Once Nintendo, I think a pedophile got a kid to come from Florida to California or something for the 3DS. That's why Nintendo took away all the chat features of it, all that shit on their handheld. And Nintendo punished them. Let the parents be you can't control what goes on out there, you know what I mean? That's why I'm very leery of the next generation console. Like, you know what I mean? Nintendo tries to be the parent for everyone. You know what I mean? All you got to do is let the parent decide if they want to be able to talk to adults or whatever the case may be. They shouldn't take that shit from everyone. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got the ultimate shutdown for ponies now, man.
What happened?
They gonna come to us like, yeah, we got sales and all this little trash. I'm like, yeah, premature ejaculator.
Fact.
Premature ejaculator. Damn.
Just sitting there beating me for no reason.
I mean, it is good. The Xbox is overall a better system. I won't even say it's a better system. It has more games. You understand what I'm saying? Sony is a hardware company. The fact that they can have a power console and not have a power supply inside the console, whatever the case, that's what they do. You know what I mean? Microsoft is a software company. It will always be leap years ahead of Sony. You know what I mean? That's their strong point. Imagine if Sony and Microsoft were to make a console together. Do you think about that?
Mm-hmm. I think it would suck, man. I don't want to play no Microsoft, so no, I don't want to play that. I'm much more interested in playing Microsoft's next console, like because they're gonna put some fucking American horsepower behind that shit. You know what I mean? That's what I care about.
I mean, look, we gotta be real now. Like, come on, man. Like, we should.
Rice powered shit.
Here's the thing.
What?
I hope.
What you say, Mooch? Rice powered?
That was you, crap.
Oh, man, I don't think I said that.
Hope you said what?
Mooch over here saying that Sony's next console is going to be rice powered.
Oh no!
It was not me, by the way. That was crap. Everybody's in a daydream right now.
I mean, I just hope again that I just hope that Microsoft learns from their mistakes. You know what I mean, and just go all out. You know what I mean.
That thing gonna have a Titan in it.
You know what I mean. Listen, trust me. If Microsoft pull that shit to another generation
in a Titan in that bad boy.
run it on electricity and all the gasoline. You can put gasoline.
There was a report that came out from AMD that basically said that the next chipset that is 5 times as powerful as what we see in the GPU, CPU, is going to be ready by 2018 for consoles. So there is it's a very weak rumor, but I'm telling you, they said by 2018 we may all be playing the Xbox 2 or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah,
and that makes perfect sense. This isn't even up for debate. We are moving too fast in technology now. The way that they built these consoles, they were built with about 3 years ago in mind. The Xbox One literally does have the ability to transform. It can grow. It can get better. We can see that when Phil Spencer said they had no intention of backward compatibility, and then they just did it. So that is amazing, and it does show that the power the Xbox One does have with cloud computing, etc. in the future. But realistically, you can only do so much with software to where you max out the hardware. So. Yeah. And here's the thing. We don't have to worry about backwards compatibility. This is what I keep trying to say on this show. Don't freak out when we say 2018 you have to go spend another $300 and $350. It's not that big of a deal. Microsoft's working on their best attempt to get the price down. And it's all x86 architecture. This is just like PC now. There's people who've been playing PC since the year 2000. They still have their games. You're not going to lose your games. So, yes, you do have to go to the store. Yes, you're going to have to put $350 out of your pocket again to get the new system. But every game you currently own, you will have for the rest of your life. So you're not losing shit.
I think the next console is going to be five across the five. But
listen,
5 to 600 across the board.
Again, I want to reiterate this something because people freak out when we say that. Let's go with Zair's number. Let's use Zair's number. I actually do agree with you. I was saying 350 because I thought maybe Microsoft may push a little harder and lose a couple bucks up front. But let's say $500. That's a 5-year lifespan, okay, that you would have gotten from 2013 to 2018. That's $100 for the year. For a year. There's nothing in the world that anybody can refute that you did last weekend with your girlfriend, your wife, your best friend, your fucking mother that you fucking didn't spend $100 on last weekend. So don't tell me you can't enjoy $365 days for $100. It's just that you always have to break down your dollar for what you're getting. So don't say $500. Oh my God, Mooch, you're crazy. We don't have that kind of money. No, you have fucking that kind of money. You waste it all the time on fucking Peels and fucking Beast Ice, warm beer in your college fucking dorm room. You're spending $25 every other day buying 30 racks. Don't tell me you don't have that kind of money. So don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to us, and don't take up the comment section bitching about it. So listen, it's for the better for gamers, right? You can't say I'm a gamer, I love games, but I don't want to pay for a new console. That's amazing. I love that Microsoft's doing that. Bring me a console every 5 years. Keep me involved. Make me want to continue this fucking lifestyle. If you do another 10 years with the Xbox One, in 5-6 years, man, I'm going to lose a little bit of interest because it's going to look dated.
Yeah.
You know?
And what I always do when I get my console, I don't know why everybody fuss about the price. Just put your money down on it and pay on it as you go.
There it is, Sean.
That's
there
it.
it is.
But you know what?
Everybody make it sound like layaway is a big problem, bro.
You know that shit's coming, right? They tell you the shit's coming a year in advance.
But you know what? Not even so much as that. You know what? It's this last generation. You know, you got to realize this. A lot of people, a lot of our fans, well, I don't say fans, a lot of our audience, first console may have been the 360 and the PS3. Mm-hmm. So they used to having this, 7, 8 year long, 9 year long console. That's not normal. You know what I mean? Yeah. What extended last generation was the fact of the Kinect. That gave the Xbox 360 an additional 2.5, 3 years. You know what I mean? That was
really
that was their stopgap, and
that's
3D
10 years.
Yeah, 3D was the stopgap for Sony. You know, a little bit. Everybody was trying to buy time.
If you've been gaming since since the days of NES, every 5 years, 5 to 6 years, you get a new console.
Yeah.
And it's crazy as hell. Normally, once the console come out, they're usually ahead of the curve of the PS, of the PC. Like I told you guys about the Nintendo, I win, crap, you lose. There's no way in hell they can put out a console that's on par with the 3. You talking about something that came out?
Well, we don't know yet, so we'll see.
The reports already came out that
we'll say wait.
Listen,
these are fudged documents.
No. Let's look at this one. We're talking about the Xbox and the PS3. I'm sorry, PS4 came out in 2013. Am I right? What was decided to go in those boxes were in 2011. You understand what I'm saying? At least 2 years. We're talking about something that's coming out in 2016. to be on par with something that came out in 2013. It's not even practical.
We'll see when we see with the third party if they're actually in the third party.
Look, this is the company that's putting Linkle out instead of
I know what they said, but let's see.
They're getting Dragon Quest X, and that's running on Unreal Engine 4.
Oh, that game's not.
I'm just saying. No, I agree with you, but it's using Unreal Engine 4. So they said from the tech demo that it is able to run whatever in 60 frames a second with that many polygons, and whatever's on the market right now can't do so. And it's be fool. I mean, you realize this is their 9th generation offering, not their 8th. So it is what it is. It's not the Xbox One and the PS4 competition. It's the PS5 and the next Xbox competition.
Listen, just to go back to what I was saying, a buddy of mine just sent me a DM. He said by 2018, AMD will have 10 T-flops at 10 nm CPU GPU hybrid. That's, like I said, right now we're at about 1.76.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be 10 T-flops. That's 5 times what I was saying. This is a report from AMD. This isn't fucking tinfoil hat shit. This is real deal shit, and this is going to be ready and marketed for the console. It'll be affordable. So in 2018, 2019, let's say they don't do 2018 is when it drops. 2019, wait a year for it to drop in price a little bit. 2019, guys, we're playing another console. I'm telling you right now, this is not going into your 2020. You'll have a fucking library of new games on a new console.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And that's cool.
You'll still be able to keep what you have. I think they're going to learn from that. You're going to still be able to keep what you have and just keep going on.
Yeah,
yes.
And your digital games, which is cool. And your digital games, we're saying it right now. We're going to be able to even your 360, whatever you have digitally on your Xbox One is going to be able to transfer over to the Xbox.
Yeah.
We'll call it the Xbox.
Hey, I bet by then they're going to have the original Xbox shit on there too. I got a feeling that's coming next year.
Yeah, but what if they name it the Xbox BGST? Oh shit.
Hey, which one's more likely first? Hey, which one's more likely first? The BGST video game or original?
Shout out to Bites of Chicken.
Yeah, what's up with that dude, man?
He was just on my Crossfire podcast. He said that he's going to have Gears Gauntlet out by spring. He said he's not no jokes aside. He's taking a little bit of time off right now to actually play all these games that he's got. He's like, you can't be a developer and not want to play Tomb Raider and fucking Halo. So he's like, this holiday with Christmas and family and shit. Mm-hmm. But he said it will be out early spring, so I'm looking forward to that.
We got to light the fire under his ass. We got to get the big gamer small talk slide beat him up. We got to get that game out into the public, man.
Yo, that would be sick.
It's going to be better than soccer cars. That's the tagline. Yeah. Better than soccer cars.
Yeah. Listen, don't you know we were trending on fucking Twitter last week with all this Showstopper shit? Like literally, I bullshit you not, hashtag, we really, I didn't know we meant that much to you guys, man. But it wasn't really our audience. It was the fucking opposition. They cared so much. They ain't never spoke to Showstopper a day in their goddamn life. You know what I mean? That's the funny part. And I said, well, I'm about to attack this guy, Kid Smooth. And you know what I mean? He talking real gangster on Twitter. Like, what? I'm just saying. Shut the fuck up. You ain't never retweeting out one of our shows. When he one of the weirdos that hated on the respawn shit,
that was my thing. I told him. I said, I don't remember you, putting favorites or retweeting. He was just trying to cause trouble that day. I don't care.
He did it today, though. He retweeted us today. I noticed.
All right, so then.
$1 short and a day late.
I'm not gonna kill him.
I wouldn't do that.
Man, you just don't, in my opinion, and it's over with. But you don't tell somebody, hey, you suck. You know what I mean? That's
His grandmother gave me the claps. I don't give a fuck about it.
You admitting to that?
That's the new street.
Me and my wife reconciled. You know what I mean? His grandmother she was my sugar mama. She was taking care of me. She didn't give me DD. If my wife forgave me, then that's all that matters, man. Fuck that guy. Grandmother got a fat ass though. Fuck all those dudes, man. It's crazy. Let me say this, and it's something that I've been saying since I met Crap, and so that with this internet shit and this YouTube shit, it's sad to say, and I always say I don't think I'm better than anybody, but you keep a small circle. You'd be surprised when people have, ulterior motives. You know what I mean? Like everybody's out to get something. They pretend to betray to be your friend, and first something happened, and then first they're quick to stab me in the back. You know what I mean? That's why I have this no shit. Like I have a zero tolerance, because in my heart, you guys know me. I don't mean anybody any harm. So if you go out of your way to pull some weirdo shit, I don't fuck with you ever again. I'm like,
that's why I'm careful about who I do shows with.
Once you cross that line, that's it. You know what I mean? I remember when Kids moved. It's a Showstopper. You might have been there. It was me, you, and John Doe. I remember I invited him to a Skype call that we were in. And he would say, how do I break it? I was talking to you. You know what I mean? How do you do this and how do you do that? And
I wasn't in that call.
No, you were there. It was a night. I think you were there that night. It was me. And if it wasn't you, I do apologize. And I was playing Strider. And I think, he joined in, and he said, how do you guys, he was, but if you wasn't there, it was, how do we do this on YouTube, and how do you get people to view you? I said, just do you. Just keep grinding. You build your audience, you know what I mean? Just basic shit, you know what I mean? Not saying we're some fucking dons of the YouTube community, but I remember, like, me being friendly with him, and for him to pull that weirdo shit, last week, with Twitter, and like, it is what it is. I even gave him, going against my better judgment, I even let him get back in the bang bang. How you say one time shame on you, next time shame on me? And he pulled this weirdo shit again. Man, fuck them dudes, man. And he's thinking he's starting to put any wedge between us. All the while we sit back laughing at his ass. Man, look at this motherfucker, man. Look like he really care that much about what the fuck we going on our show. Like, stop it, man. Like, that's crazy. Well, we're kind of stale now. I don't know, but Mooch and Tim Dog's kind of stale now. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, I think he's an okay guy, but that was
he's okay. Fuck him.
Out of left field. I told him off too. I mean,
you're kind of stale.
That whole thing was kind of a little.
You're kind of stale. You know what I mean? Hashtag bring back Showstopper.
Tim, you're cool, but you're kind of.
Hey man, it was a lot of hashtag. You know what was funny? What I enjoyed out of all that. Xbox dudes was like, okay, y'all need to fix this. Man, the ponies had my back for real. I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they was going to war for me. I mean, Mimies was popping up. Man, I got plenty of crap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was crazy stuff,
you
man.
guys don't fucking... You realize you guys are real supporters anyway. So we sit back and be laughing at all you weirdo ass people.
Yeah, I was like, man, those that I know that was ponies, they was like,
you know how many
I got you, bro.
You know how many? Listen, you know how many invites I got to go on podcasts to talk about, what's going on? Like,
what's going on? Yeah, I got that too. I got a bunch. I would never.
The
thing is, regardless of what goes on between me and next year, I'll never go out on a podcast.
What shit going on?
Yeah, I was like, I would never do that trash.
Yeah, you don't like. If I had a listen, when John Doe wasn't a part, you never heard not any one of us trash that man or had anything bad to say about that man, and you know what I mean. Like we don't. I don't do that. You know what I mean. If somebody you consider your friend or whatever, you don't go on the air and you know what I mean. Like if you guys couldn't tell from the videos that we did, like there wasn't a problem, but you guys love that drama. Just take that shit and run with it. Like, oh my God, these motherfuckers really falling for the okie doke, man. They got him. He said, it is. He said, watch out for the left. Watch out for the left. Watch out. Oh shit, Ronda Rousey, Holly Holmes, got him. But, it is.
I'm just, at the bottom line, at the end of the day, shows a big part of the show, and I came listening to you guys before any of this, and Show is one of the original members.
Show's the funny one, man. He's the one that's always like.
Show was always funny, but that he makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
The guy has a lot of knowledge, so I mean.
He has a lot of knowledge.
So
he doesn't get to hate that man crap against.
Well, the worst part is, man, my ploy to turn this into an all-white podcast is kind of like just kind of taking it back.
We should have opened up that way. It was just three white guys.
All I need is just one match. With one match, I can blow up the whole entire earth.
That's pretty good.
I need to work around Warrior Ward schedule. Then it'll be like we could kick out Next Gen and Showstopper. It'll be me, Warrior Ward, Tim, and fucking Mooch, four Italians, man.
Four Guidos.
You know what? All jokes aside, what I don't understand why do people care so much? If you don't like the content or like what we do, you do realize you guys don't have to watch.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I don't understand.
It's optional.
I don't watch Weapon Wheels podcast.
I don't watch any of that shit. Nope.
We game here or we game share. I don't give a fuck what you guys do on your show. I don't get. I don't care. I trust me. You guys think I'm weird. When I'm on fucking YouTube looking at Bigfoot, UFOs, and conspiracy theories, that bullshit.
Weird shit.
You guys think I'm bullshit.
Kid Smooth wants. Kid Smooth, I don't know. It's up to you guys. He wants to come in to defend himself.
No, he can go below us. Hell no. Fuck no. You don't fuck with them. No. No. He showed his true colors last week with them tweets and shit. No. I don't fuck with people like that, bro.
Dude, BGST is a sacred thing, man. We don't let just fucking nobodies in here, man. That's the truth.
You know what I mean?
When was the last time we had a fucking guest in here, honestly? Come on.
Listen, when me and his grandmother shared was special, the bitch get burnt and getting BD. There's no more. It's
crazy, man.
I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm the king of zero fucks given. I don't care. You know what I mean? He was talking real tough over fucking Twitter, man. Like, motherfucker, I would crush your fucking larynx. What the fuck you think you talking to? Like, it was, it took every minute restraint to keep that shit by like this. I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna play this shit off. The Showstopper has to work 3 weeks Sundays, so we're gonna play this out, and we're gonna laugh about it. You know what I mean? Come the following week, but god damn, he fucking hopped out like an opportunist, just hopped out there. Then they fucking having fucking Xbox Live party chats about us and talk. Oh yeah, the BGST are falling apart. Like, this is fucking crazy, yo.
Dude, you know what the funniest part was all the racist shit. Like, oh, man, dude, like, crap, man, he's turning into all white. Like, seriously, I saw those comments. He's turning it into an all-white podcast. You're next gen. You're next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see people still going on thinking that I fucking reported your channel. Like, oh my gosh, Crap Gamer reported Next Gen's channel. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
seriously.
know. Listen,
Like,
that's the thing. It's just video games, man.
Dude, we were doing 2 BGST. Here's the thing. We were doing 2 a week. One on my channel, one on Next Gen's channel. We could have still been doing that. I was the one that said, you know what? It was stretching the content a little thin. I'll do something else with a couple different people during the week, and then we'll have, like, different topics. And so that's how we did it.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you know how proud I am of you guys. I just told Moochie the other day, like, you go off and do, and that's what makes it special. We all do our individually thing, and then we come together. Not me, not Mooch, and we make what you call here is Big Gamer Small Talk Podcast. That's what makes it.
Sometimes MMA talk or sometimes.
You never know. I might get up and tell you guys about my granny porn collection. You know what I mean? But that's what makes us
like
us.
The
At the end of the day, we're all 5 different fucking personalities, and I don't think people really get that. You know what I mean? It's not there's no I in team. Like, we really are like brothers. We do this shit here. You know what I mean? And people just don't get that. They look for just, I don't know, instead of just sit back and if you like the shit, you like the show. You may not like what we talk about, but it's entertaining. You may not agree with what we talk about, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, last week, that was toxic, man.
That was pretty annoying.
Yeah, like, you don't even fuck with us. You don't tweet us. You're never in the comment section, but you care. Like, that's when people try to cause division for nothing. Oh, let me get Showstopper part of our show. We can bring them in, let them air, let them talk about it. Like, come on, they're like,
there's a lot of people that tune into our show that are literally, you can see them in the comment section or on the live chat, and they're literally trolls and moles for BG and all those guys. They put them in here to watch us, and then the minute something is like spoke or something hot comes out, they immediately tweet them, and then they jump in and they say shit left and right. And it's like, it's one of those ploys where it's like, it's just getting old by now, man. Like you say, do your own thing, enjoy what you do. That's fine. Keep to your own, stay to your own, and we'll do our own thing. And that's just the way it is. I mean,
yeah, I said, when was the last time we talked about any of these losers? You know what I mean? We don't.
It was 4 years ago, man.
I don't know. Like you guys said, I keep it gaming, talking Xbox.
We do. But Tim, it's not us. You're here.
I don't think the drama shit's just played out.
Tim, look at NeoGaf, right? Tim, look at this.
I'm with you, Tim, on that.
You know why they hate you, Tim? And I said this the other day. Is because they have to invent fake people to be in the industry. You're fucking playing Halo 5 with the head of Xbox.
Yeah, I know.
You're actually in with these guys. That's what it comes down to, and that makes them jealous as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's why
That's
they
true.
talk about you and you're in their mouth. That's what BGST is too. Look, you got Aaron Greenberg on the Chop It Up podcast, and he hardly had any fucking subscribers, right? I mean, Larry Herb was like, he was like, hey, I would have talked on your guys' podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
Phil Spencer inboxed me, and he told me he watched my videos and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, that shit's cool. You know what I mean? Like,
They know all of us, and they're involved in the community. You know, that's the bottom line. I mean, I was just lucky.
Yeah, they're probably like, hey, Tim,
yesterday.
you got to tell that crap to tone it down a bit.
No, but at the end of the day, though,
they said next gen
I
is
really
over
don't
the top.
care about other men, and I don't know.
They said that next gen is over the top. Jesus Christ.
If you don't like the show, or you don't like what it's about, then
It's
just,
optional content. That's the funny thing.
You know,
It's
just turn the
optional.
channel, or
Yes.
if you think that some guy's a fraud or this and that, well, then just I don't know, just.
We're all frauds. We're all liars. It's the guy.
You know, it's like
entertainment.
at 6:30 they're glued to my Twitter because of NPD, and they're all saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know nothing, and they're all laughing. But
Hey, listen. You know what? Shout out to the 255 people listening right now.
Hell yeah!
Hey, but listen, listen. Before we get the hell up by the end of the day, and I'm gonna ask you. I mean, Tim, because you didn't know it was part of the game. And like I said, you know, you talk with us. Like Tim, I've been rocking out with you for a while before you know.
People don't know that we've been friends before.
Yeah.
I mean,
People don't know.
Before the
I've
show.
been trying to get Tim ass on this fucking show forever. I said maybe he got stage fright or something. Tim, come on the show. But
Well,
anyway.
I never was gonna. I just was always the Twitter guy. I never ever got myself into the.
Yeah, now you gotta fucking get your channel up and popping and fucking be the Five Horsemen. Like you can fucking
Do it.
Do it. Let me ask you a question then, before we get the hell up out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like we all do our own thing, more or less, you know what I mean, and we all have our haters. But don't you think, honestly, that, you know, that something's, how should I say, if a person can take their, I mean, they're just supposed to be a gaming channel, and take that say gaming channel and dedicate it to you and something that you can afford, or may or may not can afford financially. You don't think something's wrong with that? Or maybe it's just me.
No,
You know
in my opinion, I just think it's just a type of thing that's been going on way too long. It's played out. You know what I mean? I can understand you could have a beef here and there, but you know this beef.
We're talking about video games, Tim.
No, I know. I agree. You know.
It like that's you have your.
I don't know why it becomes so personal with you or what with these guys.
What? Show me, prove me wrong, coward. You're still talking about something that belongs to me. Like I don't, bro. Listen, get the fuck out of that attic, some of those goddamn mothballs, but that old ass fucking furniture that you got from the Goodwill that your great grandmother pissed on and she was cottoning or some shit with the catheter. Like, you know what I mean? Get your shit and stop worrying about me. Like this, and I just sit back and we laugh. Now he's fucking with Iron Wolf, calling all types of cowards. Your channel is to talk about games, isn't it? I just think, man, if you guys don't see through this shit by now, I don't know, man. But here's the thing, I'm not partaking any of that drama shit. I can't wait. I got something special. Me and Southbound, we're gonna do a show. Once shit gets, this flag gets off my channel, and just gonna go back to having fun, man. But we trolled all you guys this week, the last 3 weeks, and hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It was fun doing it, you know what I mean? It was fun.
What was funny was watching everybody freak out, like, oh my gosh, where's Showstopper, man? You guys better bring her back or we're boycotting you.
Yeah, that was funny. But, when people like, quote-unquote kids moving them, like you really give a fuck what we doing. Like, knock it the fuck off, man. Like, stop it, you know what I mean? That was funny, you know what I mean? Now he wants to come up here and tell us, so you don't have a side of the story. Listen, your grandmother stole money out my wallet when we were in a hotel, and it is what it is. I'm not fucking with anyone. Nothing you can say. I'm never gonna go back and date the old bitch again, man. I'm done. But it's like, no. But anything else we got else to say here before we get the fuck out of here?
That's about it. Man, I think.
Did we cover everything?
Yeah, man, we covered pretty much everything I had on the agenda.
How about you?
I mostly wanted to talk about that fucking ass whooping the NPD that Xbox put on PlayStation, just like I said, man. I said lock that shit in, and that shit was locked in. Now watch November.
Next month is scary though, guys. Next month is really scary.
Well, listen,
I don't think it is.
If Xbox wins next month, They really got nothing to say because they all said that they were going to win this month.
Well, you don't realize is that
they definitely
October.
thought they were going to win, though. A lot of Sony fans did. I have all the screenshots of guys saying you're never going to win an NPD again. It's over. You guys lost.
What's a $50 price cut? Look, that hype train is wearing out because no matter how cheap the PS4 is, if you don't have something compelling that's not on the Xbox One, people aren't going to buy it.
Well, like somebody said that I was talking to that's in a pretty high inner circle. Games won. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. And games did win, because if Xbox had lost, let's be honest, that would have been pretty bad. And that's what that's what pissed me off, is because if Xbox lost this NPD, they would have went buck wild. Now these are people with no games that have been doing nothing but watching what Xbox fans have been playing, and that's what they pinned everything on that NPD, and it got shoved right up their ass, and that's what
I shoved it up their ass with the video too, dude.
That's what made them so fucking crazy, was they talked so much shit. They pinned their fucking ears back, and they said, we're gonna take this and we're gonna have a grand old time saying that no games won. That was their motto. No games won. But it didn't. Games won, and they can they can shove it up their ass.
You know what nobody else realizes too? Zaire does a really good job every time NPD comes out. The results over the past whatever we're at now, 9 months, have come out, and he always says this is what it's been. And then he does have inside. Tim, you always concur. Generally, it's been between 10 and 30,000. And whenever Microsoft wins, October, November, December, they win by hundreds of thousands. What people don't understand is whether you win small all year or really big at the end, Microsoft is nipping at Sony's bud in the United States. I don't really care what Guam or Zimbabwe are doing in sales. I really only care what's happening in the United States and the UK. No, if I'm racist, so is Japan. Japan left Japan out of their own launch. So, listen, it's not about that. They give a shit about the United States and the UK. They wanted to make sure they had enough units over here. This is what matters. Global sales do matter. I mean, money's money, right? But profit margin's probably smaller in those smaller countries. It's not that big of a deal. The United States and the UK is where dominance reigns. And so that's why we give a shit. People go, it's really hypocritical for Xbox fans to wave the white flag and say, oh, this doesn't matter in the other months, and then it matters now. Well, the reason it matters now is, first of all, whether you're talking about boxing or you're talking about gaming, when you keep hearing from these assholes for like 8 months, oh, we're better than you, we're better, and they only win by like 5,000, 7,000, 15,000, that's nothing. That's like a couple of dollars in your pocket. It's nothing. But then when you find out October, November, December that we win by 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 400,000, that's different numbers. I mean, it's a substantial difference.
They want to say, oh, well, because you lost the last 8 months. But in November and December of last year, 720K difference.
Yeah.
That's 13K. So use fucking math. 720K. November.
Not only that,
December
guys, check this out. The Xbox One was up 81% year on year.
Yes.
The PlayStation 4 was down year on year, and
with
that's
the price
after
drop.
a $50
With the
price drop. Yeah.
And that's because honestly, they didn't have games. They don't have games, so they knew that they didn't have games. That's why they cut the price early. Let's just be honest. This is not. Let's just be honest. They do not have the games to compete with what.
It's not even so much they don't have the games; they can afford to. You got to realize, again, that Sony's spending a lot of that money. They put the resources on the VR. That's coming out next year, and they have to support that also. You know what I mean? And you guys, your Sony guys, you're not going to buy this $350 peripheral.
They're not going to buy that. We all know.
I heard that thing made people sick too, as well. Yeah. So I
can see if the games look like PlayStation 4 games. They look like between PS2 and PS3 games and. The games are horrible. So the Bloodborne, like you talked about it. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
How could you call Kinect a gimmick and not that? You're gonna fucking put it on your head.
The media's hyping that shit up though. Like, do you hear Pactor? He said he's gonna be a success.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know.
But that's where the money for your games are going. But if Microsoft were to win November of next month, like I said, because Baker said, well, I want to say this before this. Microsoft, you kind of, I didn't realize Fallout was as big as it is. This is a huge game. They should have had a Fallout themed console.
Yes, they missed the ball there. 100%.
That's something they should have.
Phil Spencer said he missed the ball. He said that's something they should work on. He said that on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they should have had a Fallout themed console. I don't know who made that Fallout themed console that we see around with the Pip-Boy and stuff. That's awesome. You know what I mean? That's awesome. I don't know who made it. I think they're giving it away. They're raffling it away on Twitter. You say
they gave it away. Yeah.
Well,
you know what else Phil Spencer tweeted or whatever or favorited was somebody asked if they might do like a PSX type show next year because Xbox will be 15 years old.
Iron Wolf tweeted.
Yeah, Iron Wolf. Shout out to Iron Wolf.
Iron Wolf.
He asked Phil and Phil favorited that, so maybe that's 15 years. That's worth celebrating.
That makes
in my
sense.
opinion.
They'll do something. It's usually what they do is they're real celebratory of that type of stuff, and when you hit 15 years. So yeah, we'll have a nice event, and it'll be good.
That's solid. 15 years.
Yeah, but you know what? Even
went fast.
But even Microsoft has a lot of classic, like Brute Force, and bring back Jade Empire. Like redo.
That was a BioWare game, right?
I know, but see, Microsoft had a lot of Abbott Rising. They had a lot of classic OG Xbox games. Fucking Bruce Lee, bring that back with some next generation graphics. You know what I mean?
Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
that game was sick.
Fucking Buffy the Vampire.
Nice.
That was fucking awesome.
That was. I did a review on that on my channel, man. That's still one of my favorite games.
Rogers before you turn into Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
It's like, would you like to be?
Also,
I watched your video when you were talking about me. You were like, yeah, he was real white bread and everything.
You were. Crap was like,
I was.
Crap. Welcome to Crap Gamer Reviews, where the games are not crap.
Reviews sure are.
You know what?
I still say that.
Right there. I need that motherfucker right there.
You know what?
I will say, man, I give you all the credit because I did that one video about people were attacking me for choosing an Xbox One based off games, and you're like, just stick to that. You know what I mean? It's like just be yourself, and I've done that, and I've done pretty well.
Hell yeah, man! I'm happy for you, man.
And also,
he's alive.
Xbox games, we didn't touch this too, and I know Jay Williams wants us to
Halo DLC. I saw him bring it up. He's like talk about free Halo DLC.
Well,
apparently.
it is a big deal. We're getting big team matches, a big team battle. You're getting free DLC. We also have backwards compatibility. Now you get 4 games, not 2. Yeah. 4 games for your Xbox One.
Hey, Dirt 3 is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, those games look good too. So
I had downloaded it and I just didn't play it yet.
Hey,
which game is that?
Dirt 3.
You get it free with your
it's free with Xbox.
Hey, check this out. It's also free is the pass on there right now, which is usually $10. If you go, you can get that for free too. It's a lot of extra content and stuff right now. So
just go to Xbox.com and do it.
How do you download the
Go to Xbox.com.
You gotta go to Xbox.com and download
and then download it from there, and it'll go to it'll appear on your Xbox One. You just download it straight in there.
So we're getting 4 games now. We also next month we're gonna have the beta for the Division. We're gonna have Fable Legends.
When is
that's coming out?
Fable Legends coming out next year. I guarantee it's gonna be.
They could.
It's not coming out this year.
Well, they also have Gigantic too, so they have 2 games that
I mean, I'm fine if it doesn't. We have a lot on our plate right now. But,
with Fallout and everything, and Tomb Raider, Halo.
Did you guys pick up Fallout? That's just not my type of game.
That's not
I got it.
If I grab it, it'll be in January. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I mean, January, February looks to be a lull anyway. That's a good time to play a 200-hour game.
When I try to be myself, I'm like, wait, Jay Williams is inbox. What the fuck is Jay talking about? Hold up. He just said some shit about him being himself in Canada.
No, he was just wanted us to talk about the DLC, which is true. That the Halo Warzone, that is it only has 3 maps.
I have yet to try it. I've been running through the story, and people said the story was shit on Halo 5. I'm starting to understand.
I loved it.
I like it. I finished it last night.
How you say crap? That black gentleman. He's kind
The
of
black gentleman, yes.
Yeah, he's an asshole. I saw him in fucking Master Chief shoot the fan. I said, "Oh shit, go Chief!"
Dude, actually,
Black
I'm
dude.
Team Buck, man. Buck was the one that stole the show for me in that game.
I haven't gotten that far. I'm on mission 8 right now. I'm on mission 8. I'm going through that, and I'm playing Tomb Raider, and then I'm going to do the multiplayer of Halo 5.
Dude, you know what? You could try, like, if you're new to, or if you like the old school style, the arena stuff is fantastic. But if you want something new, that Warzone is like crack, man. It's fucking phenomenal. The only problem is, man, you got to play with a team, and like I have trouble getting like a big enough team to like really like coordinate shit. Like everybody else, if you just play random with that, like everybody will just run around like a chicken with their head cut off, and it's kind of.
Yeah, we should make it. I know it's always hard to get everyone scheduled together, but a lot of people request it. I think what we should do is we should all meet up on Friday nights, pick a time, later the better, whatever it is, and we all get on Friday nights and we all let like Zaire and we rotate a Twitch stream.
I can't Twitch stream, but I'll be happy to play.
I can throw that bitch up. We can make it happen and bug out and talk shit while we're
we can talk some shit. You know, what I mean, I think they can only. I don't know if they can only hear you or if we're all in the same party.
I can put.
Now, if you got
I'll put it through the Connect.
What is it, show?
You got to have your. I think it's a way you do it through your Elgato to hear everybody.
Yeah, you have to have a
I have Elgato.
He's got an Elgato, so we can do it on. We'll do it on Zaire's Twitch channel, and we all do it. That way, everyone can actually just hear us and see us roaming around, getting our asses kicked. Sometimes kicking some ass. See what happens.
Definitely, I'm down.
Man, Next Gen was really into the Twitch streaming there for a while, man. I used to drop by and talk shit with his fans.
You know what happened, but I started doing coke live on the air, drinking syrup, and it was fucked up, man. You know.
That scissor will get you every time, Z.
I had pneumonia at the time. I was really sipping this shit by the pint loads. Fucked up, man. But anything else left to say?
I don't know. We good to go for tonight?
Before we go, I like to say my condolences out to the families in Paris and France. We have a few guys that watch our show that inbox me over there. So them, I fucked up what's going on over there. Not even there. It happened in Kenya also. They killed 147 students. Like this world.
Was that a part of that? Was that related?
I think so. Yeah, 147. Wow.
Well, the problem is, man, they don't got even the police over there don't carry fucking guns.
What are you gonna do? They have an influx of immigrants that are coming.
They have no borders. You gotta have your fucking borders.
I know what I'm about to say, maybe a little controversial, but what I would say, because they let these people in. I think they should do. What's that? They have something like a truth serum. They should, give each one of these refugees the truth serum and see if they're like regular civilians, not no part of ISIS. Because all these motherfuckers look alike, you know what I mean? You can't tell who's who. I'm being honest though. You don't know who's the fucking terrorist and who's the fucking person just to go murder. You don't know. So they should give each one of these motherfuckers the truth serum, like knock them out, interrogate them, if you can, and so you won't have, because they sad to say, but by them doing little acts of terror like that, they make it hard on the regular people. You know what I mean?
Yes, the Muslim. Everyone. People People say, they associate Muslim with ISIS. Obviously, they say that the people that are just normal Muslims are ISIS, which is not true.
It's not true, but Tim, the thing that's funny is that since the beginning of man, we've all been listen. There's an Irish mafia, a Russian mafia. But whenever anybody says mafia, what do? They point at Italians. So
they do. They're like, Benny.
Fishes. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't condone it. But at the same time, every time somebody says anything about any type of one particular subject, they always point at one particular group of people.
Political talk. Welcome.
You know what? I will say this before we get down on this. Not even the devil's advocate. I mean, I'm not saying, not saying they're rebel with it. I don't agree with their tactics, but America, we go do a lot of atrocities in these countries that we don't know about. Like, what's that guy from WikiLeaks? And he let that shit, like, we were over there fucking bombing civilians, like, we would get some fucked up shit over there, you know what I mean? So, there's what you call cause and effect, nothing, you know what I mean? These people just don't hate us for no fair reason. Some of the things that I'm not condoning.
They hate us because they hate us. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, we've done a lot of, bad things there, too, also. But, war is fucked up, man. But, man,
see what happens. It's crazy.
My condolences to the people in France, man, and all over the world.
We are with you, our French brothers.
Peace, love, and gaming. Let's do it.
Yes. We out. We catch you guys next week. We'll troll you guys next week. We might pull up Tim Dog next week. You guys will
Tim Dog got lost in his folder search.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Go Patriots, down Giants.
Oh, man.
Shit.
That's all, yeah. Hey, we'll see you guys in the Super Bowl for our third ring against Tom Brady. Peace. Bang, bang. We out.
They can play the ball.
Low blow.
Peace. Peace.
Low blow.